Good morning, folks. A very merry, stupid o'clock to one and all. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we are all not awake right now. Good news, by the way, before I get started. Kind of a miracle. Towards the end of yesterday, I was just really horrible my numbers. And then randomly, very last call of the day, this girl calls in and she's got like 16 items in her cart, and she was all, well, let's just say I wasn't quite expecting that she was going to get the whole thing. And I was able to literally cover $5,000 and some over $5,000 in one sale to compensate for my horrid rest of the entire day. So, still kind of baffled by that. That was downright miraculous. Still in a really good mood. Okay, me news aside, we are going back to that horrible world of the JRC, but before we do, a few quick disclaimers. Alright, first off, you are going to see the link to this freaking massive report right there in the description box. You're also going to find other pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including Autistic Hoya's massive archive on the subject. You're also going to see the templates. I'm not going to repeat myself. Sign your name, click your senator. We also have the Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. And for those who are new, there is a link that explains basically gives a brief summary and overview of the case against the Judge Rotenberg Center. I will warn you, it is extremely tough to watch and incredibly triggering. So just kind of steel yourself for that. But I do recommend everyone watch it. You need to know what's going on. Anyways, Change.org petition is there to shut these bastards down, because let's face it, that's the only thing that's actually going to help these kids. These folks are slippery bastards and have a long history of winning on appeal. Right now, when we are talking about the JRC, you are going to hear vivid descriptions of, as well as see video clip footage from surveillance cameras of people with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you have young children present, please, folks, use your headphones at the very least, alright? Okay, good. Also, folks, it's stupid o'clock. If I stumble over any of my words, folks, my apologies in advance. Okay, so we are going to where we left off yesterday, safety consultant. And I can't promise I'm going to be too good, folks. I'm kind of irritable this morning. Just warning you, there may be rants. I'll try to be good. In 2009, JRC hired an off-duty state police sergeant, Ted Condon, to visit the residences during the weekends, as well as occasionally monitor the transition from the school building to the residences. Oh my God, that poor cop. If he's still working there and he knows what's going on, then screw him, but Mr. Condon has two priorities: preventing and identifying potential abuse of JRC students, and assisting JRC as a liaison with law enforcement. Oh, wow. Does preventing abuse and identifying it mean that Mr. Condon has the right then to interfere whenever you're electrocuting us? Does he consider that abuse? Inquiring minds would like to know. Being a liaison with the local law enforcement? That buddy thing. Does that mean you all use the local law enforcement in order to bring back your runaways back to your hellhole? Inquiring minds. Mr. Condon does not perform any of his responsibilities at JRC in his official capacity as a state police sergeant. Is that a... Okay. Run that by me one more time. Let's rewind, Batman. Okay. So, one of his duties is to act as a liaison with the local law enforcement, right? Follow-up sentence. Mr. Condon does not perform any of his responsibilities at JRC in his official capacity as a state police sergeant. The fuck? The hell? If you didn't want that, why did you get a retired police officer? Just saying. Even retired, you hold on to your title. Am I really supposed to believe that you didn't want him to use his influence on the police department or the state police department? Bullshit. Major bullshit. His responsibilities include visiting residences unannounced and monitoring what staff are doing with the students, how the students are doing, and looking for any injuries that do not appear to be self-inflicted. Oh, for the love of God, here we go again. When are you all ever gonna stop blaming the damn victims, Judge? All the JRC literally has to say to you is that it's self-inflicted, and you'll just take their damn word for it. You won't even have an independent doctor or nurse come in to give a second opinion. Even if the cop did speak up and say, no, this isn't self-inflicted, I saw it there, your supervisor told them to do this, I bet you $1,000 they'd be like, oh no, you must be mistaken. It would go against everything a cop knows. I'm thinking of my dad. My dad was a cop. He was a good cop. And if he walked into that place, he'd be recommending that it be shut down and condemned. Just saying. If there's anything he notices that is questionable, Miss Condon will review what he saw with DVR in order to ascertain what they viewed on video footage related to the injury and determine whether the injury was due to abuse. The whole thing is abuse. Don't you get it, Judge? Electrocuting people with a device designed to hurt is abuse. Shocking students with a device 3 times more powerful than that of a police stun gun is abuse. Depriving people of food is abuse. Depriving them of sleep is abuse. Completely taking away all autonomy is abuse. I can go all day, Dobender. The point is, what the hell? Everything you do is questionable. For the love of God, what is wrong with this state? Moving on. Mr. Condon reported that he has never seen anything questionable at the residences. I never observed or suspected any abuse at JRC. My stomach just fucking dropped. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? How can you see what goes on there? Actually observe it with your own eyes and not call it abuse. What the hell kind of police officer are you? This is the kind of shit that gets cops in trouble and has movements like the BLM against them. Cops just like Mr. Condon right here. It's not abuse, it's treatment. It's what they deserve. They're breathing while autistic. Right, cop? This is what I mean by systematic ableism, folks. They don't think of us like human beings with rights. They think of us as less than animals. They think of us as monsters who deserve what's happening to them. Gotta teach us a lesson after all, right? Oh, my freaking fury. You guys don't know. You don't know the level of fury I'm feeling right now. To see that with your own eyes, to have been a witness to it, and to actually say that there is no abuse or torture going on, what kind of fucking monster are you? He feels that direct care staff and students are comfortable with his presence, however, are often curious to his role. Students will report issues to him, however, oftentimes they are frivolous nature. Frivolous! You mean they see a cop, someone that we are trained to believe is there to protect us, and that we go up to them to talk to them. And you know that JRC staff is there saying, oh no, they're exaggerating. That's not really what happened. Because the media trains people from an early age to distrust and dismiss disabled people. Yeah. It does not appear that JRC staff or the board of directors have ever been formally introduced to Mr. Kwandon. Oh, you want to just we promise his opinion's not biased. Your whole goddamn court system, your freaking ship of flying goddamn monkeys that gives this evil school the pass every goddamn time. You all are corrupt as hell or you're monsters. Which one is it? Mr. Condon has also created programs to assist JRC in working with the police and reported that he feels the relationship between JRC and law enforcement has significantly improved. I don't want it to improve. I want the police to do their damn job and get those kids out of there and somewhere safe where they're not being tortured every minute of their lives. That, Mr. Condon, would be doing your job. But we can't have that, can we? Not when there's money to be had. After all, we're not human, right? Right? That's how you treat us. I did say I'd try, folks. Mr. Condon helped introduce the JRC, blah, 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 blah. He also facilitated meetings between local police and staff supervisors in order to ease the fears by both police and JRC staff. So you have actually been a part of a coercive effort to get these bastards to protect this school? So if any policeman was questioning how psychotic this school is, be there to assist the school, to lie to their faces. God. You're a sick son of a bitch too, Mr. Condon, and you are a disgrace to the goddamn uniform. Mr. Condon, oh god, it gets worse. Mr. Condon developed a canine program where units are brought into the residences when the JRC has a concern that students may have brought drugs into the houses after home visits. Oh, for the love of God! If I had to live there, if I had to endure that torture every day, you better bet my ass would be on drugs or at least some heavy-duty alcohol. Alright, folks, this video is going to be short. I can't stomach more than this. Sometimes Mr. Condon will accompany students to court for probation-related matters or hearings based on his experience with the court system. However, again, he does not do so in his official capacity. Bull fucking shit. Bull fucking shit. If he's acting as a liaison, if he is acting in any way to make his fellow police officers in his same department, no less, be accepting of the torture and the abuse that goes on at the Judge Rotenberg Center, he's acting in his official capacity, and he's a dirty goddamn cop. I'm just going to put it out there. Mr. Condon provides reports to the Director of Human Resources every 2 weeks regarding what he has been doing and what residences he has visited. He reports directly to the Executive Director and Director of Human Resources. So there you have it, folks. My final thoughts on this is the JRC has gone so far as to hire a retired cop and uses him to influence the law enforcement and the police departments into not only accepting what goes on there, but assisting when somebody bravely has managed to escape this hell, to run them down and drag them back to be tortured even more. This whole state is disgusting. And I say that as a person with direct blood links to the people who founded Boston, Massachusetts. I can't be more disgusted or horrified if I tried. And I thank God now every day that I do not live there. This is beyond disgusting. Beyond disgusting. That a single state has somehow continually dismissed and disregarded torture and abuse of the most vulnerable people in their state, like their lives, their feelings, who they are as human beings, their human rights. They act like they don't even have any. They act like we don't even have the right to have human rights. And people just accept it and give it the pass. I don't understand. I don't understand how you can know what's going on here as a fucking cop who is supposed to serve and fucking protect. And you see what's going on here. And not only do you give it a free pass, but you use your influence on your fellow officers to basically ingrain on them to give what is right in front of their eyes a free pass. I'm not going to say much more on what I think on that, folks. I may get banned from this platform if I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and close out this morning. We don't get very many views on this channel, especially on this subject. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, please don't forget to hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments. Feed that algorithm. I'm going to drink a whole lot of calm down tea. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. Now, this afternoon, please come back by the channel. I have an update on the Judge Rotenberg case in regards to a lawsuit. So, everyone, I do hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.